What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this impromptu video where I decided, you know what, it's a beautiful day. I finished work. I'm going to do something that I've been meaning to do for a very long time. And that is to build these. Now, let me explain why this is so important to me. Nostalgia plays a big part in my world, as you know. Oh, you can hear the seagulls. So it's proof that we're out and about in the heart of nature. Let me just move my coffee out of the way. It's important to get your coffee ready, or your tea, whatever. So let's move my camera over slightly. Right. So back in the day when I first got into the hobby, I came across a box of these and a box of Orcs, I think it was, Orc Boys, old school fantasy, in the charity shop. And you know, I was into 40k at the time, and you know, I still am, but you know, I thought, oh, I'm just gonna get them because it's Warhammer. And I bought them, and I sat in my garden back in Plymouth. It was a sunny day. It was, you know, unusually sunny, and I built them at the table. I proceeded to paint them, not unlike these, and I ended up selling them on eBay because I thought, well, I'm not into fantasy, and boy did I live to regret that. So years later, you know, I decided to start going through some old RPG stuff, and it's come a point in my life where I think, I need skeletons. I need skeletons in my closet. No, I need skeletons in my miniature repertoire. I wanted, out of nostalgia, I wanted to get the exact ones I had, which was this box here. I couldn't get them anywhere. Eventually, obviously, I did. And I came across another box too, which was sealed. This one isn't sealed, but it's perfect for me to build. The other one I'm just going to keep because of, you know, collectible. But I'm going to build these like I did originally. Same weather conditions, outside, same deal. And I'm going to use them for my role playing. Because I need undead skeletons, you know. Not that you get living skeletons, but you know what I mean. I've got some later ones, but they just don't hold the same nostalgia value as these bad boys do. So I'm going to undo the box. It's a very simple sprue. Before I do that, I am going to go grab some glue. I'll be right back with the glue. Same type as I had originally, Revel. I think that's what I used. Right, where was I? Taking the sprue out of the box. Bases, square bases, like the old square bases. Well, put them to one side at the moment. And we'll look at the sprue. Oh, nice and basic, look at it, lovely. Yeah, that's great. It's the year stamp on it, 2005. Quite old. So, I'm going to turn the camera down, facing that way. There we go. And tighten that up. I can put my glasses on. And you can see what I'm doing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little skeletons. This is what we're going to do. So I'm just going to clip them off. There's nothing difficult with these. Oh, I might need to use my hobby knife. That's okay. I've even got my old mod library with the one I would have had back in the day. The old Citadel one. I'm just cutting the skeletons off at the arms because I think the other place on their feet are going to need the hobby knife. So just sniffing these out here. I'll do the other side. This shouldn't take too long. So it's not exactly on the bench. It's on the courtyard table. It says 1. I'm just using my hobby knife to cut them at the little slaughter bits just below their feet. There we go, that's 3. I'm looking forward to the. I really regret selling the other ones. I wished I'd kept them. I even painted them in an old school way, which was dry brushing, black with dry brushing. Right, okay, so I've got each one. I'm just gonna shave off the bits underneath. We don't really need the flash, it's not that big of a deal. It's underneath, so no biggie. But whilst we're here, use my mold line remover. Mold line remover, awesome. This is how my cat's on the other side of the courtyard. It's going through some old branches and that. Some. Do you remember I said about those trees? Those tree stumps or those bush stumps I took out of the garden back along when I first had a go at the garden here. Well, they're all dried out in the corner now, so right, I think we're almost pretty good in here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open these bases. It'd be easier if I just in that way. Empty them out onto the thing, to the desk, the bag back in the box. Now, what way do I want them? To give me any sort of indication. Smaller bit at the front, I suppose. So I'm planning on gluing them in now. And then, whilst I work on the rest of the bits, they can be drying. Genius, eh? Or I could do them all, but it'd be easier to glue their arms on, like when they're on a base, I figure so. So I don't want. It all depends on whether I want. It all depends whether I want to. You know, on the bases, you can have like the shorter end, because they're not exactly in the middle, are they? So when I go that way, it'd be easier to put them in the base at this stage. Be much easier. Yeah, so I didn't bring a file with me. I suppose I should have done it really. You can't anticipate every eventuality. So I just want to get these done. See, indicating there, I would say that the shorter end is at the front of the base. That's what I would assume. So that's how I'm gonna model them. So it look like that. But the thing is, they're not glued in at that stage. So, oh my goodness, it's glued on a clog up. Goodness me. This glue is clogged up. I'll come back. Alright, take 3. Back with some more glue. I'm just gonna put this on his feet whilst it's working. I also brought out my other Tamiya extra fin. God, not good. What did I say? Short bit at the front. Right. Oh my goodness, this is just not playing ball. I'm gonna have some coffee. I need coffee. Who'd have thought this would have been so difficult? I haven't built anything for her. Do you know, I haven't built anything in well over a year. Back to it. Camera down. Let's go. So there he is. So one on there. Right. Look at one of the others now. Well, it's just the same deal. I'll pop him over there. If I have a production line, I'll know who's dried, who should be dried first, and so on. Oh, I also took the liberty, seeing as I had to end the film, to get a file. Look at that. Ha! Just gonna dry fit this. Ooh. Oh yeah, of course. You know, this is probably why I never did that many outside. Not as controlled of an environment, is it, as your studio. The mold lines on these are not too bad. But honestly, going into the house and then something else happens, and then you just get that feeling. The phone will go in a minute, you wait and see. The phone will ring. I'll be like, yeah. Okay. Pop some glue on. Oh, come on. Do you know what? I give up on this glue. Give up on it. The intention was I'm going to go stick with this now. This is beautiful because this doesn't let you down. Doesn't let you down. Okay. There, much easier. The thing I've learnt with the hobby, or any job actually, things shouldn't be difficult. Try to make things as easy for yourself as you possibly can. There we go. He's got a bit of a mould line on his skull here. I'll check the others actually, but they can all dry off a bit first. Here we are. So I want these guys to form part of I mean, I can use the other skeletons and any other skeletons I come across, yes, not a problem, but I wanted these to be part of it, you know, because it's part of the memory of this model. It's just part of the memory. And I thought I'd film this on my phone outside so that I don't have to line up the audio with the visual. It's being lazy. So I said an impromptu build, but what a cool time I'm having, even despite the odds, even despite things going against me. Just using my Citadel, don't know what you call it, a sprue brush. Do another dry fit whilst we're here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, back to the Tamiya extra thin cement. You know, I don't know what the problem is with the Revel stuff. I did have some Humbrol glue back in the day when I started. I had oodles of tubes of that stuff, and that was pretty awesome. But came out quite thick, you know, quite a glob, if you know what I mean. So I had to be very, very careful. Right, so I've just got to remember that the first two skeletons I did, probably gonna need to go in and check some mould lines on it. This one's got a helmet. Yeah, so that's going to be different. They're not all identical. My cat is now lounging in the chair in the recliner, which is in the sun. Do you want to see? Yeah, can you see him? Hopefully you could have seen him there. Oop. Yeah, I do have the phone on a tripod, so it's difficult to see. Right. Okay. Just get the little bits of nubbins off here, and we'll be good to go. Oh, the sky's looking a bit clearer now. Anyway, that's good. It's been a nice day today. Don't think the weather's going to be as nice tomorrow, but that's okay. Alright, let's check out some of the stuff on his base. Sometimes the little gaps get a bit clogged up. Just gonna file down the slot a bit more. Do you remember when these were all like metal slotters? And when they were a thing. Okay, that's good. That's another one. And I've just got one more to put on the base, then we'll move on to the arms. Okay. Ooh, a bit of mold line action going on here. Not liking that. Sometimes you've got to get your knife in there. Just no other way around it. When I first started the hobby, I was a stickler for, no, I must use the mold line remover for that and nothing else. And I must use the hobby knife just for cutting, like I've been shown on the videos. And you get to learn after a while that you can do pretty much whatever you need to get your job done, can't you? But the mold line removers are brilliant on things like rib cages here. Doesn't take away the detail of the rib. Right, bit of a rough bit on his arm pin. File that. The bottom of the slotter. Been a bit of a stressful day today. Well, not as stressful as it can be, but it's just like one of those days where you can't seem to complete anything. I'm talking work-wise, of course. Yeah, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm the sort of person, I like to finish projects and things, you know, I like to see a job through from start till finish. That's just the way I'm wired. But you know, I seem to like to take over, you know, send it on to other departments, blah blah, and come back again and pick up from where someone else left off. And I'm old school. I like to do a job myself, see it through to its conclusion myself, you know. That's just how I like to do it. I'll have another crack at this. Just had another crack at the Revel glue. There you go. Yeah, I had to get some with the Revel glue, and you get a little bit of overlap then because there's so much of it. Which is what you would have got back in the day. Right, let's go back to our first chap. Looking at your skull, sir. And that awful mold line you've got on your collarbone here. Yeah. There we are. Yeah, he's looking good there now. Right, okay. So they're all done with that stage. Go back to our sprue. Actually, before I do that, it's a bit of coffee time. Okay. Right, so we've got left arm holding the shield, right arm holding the spear. Let's do the shields first, shall we? These are probably going to need the most whack. I don't know. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Four. And 5. And I'm going to take off the left, was it the right arm as well. One's holding the spears that way. It's all clipped off. And I can pop them to one side. I can put the old sprue back in the box. I'm probably going to keep this box because of memories. I've got a box of Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves, old school ones, which I'm probably not gonna open ever. If I ever get a double of something, then it's a different story. Right, so that's that. Okay. Don't think I need my cutters anymore, so I'll just pop the safety case on them. Right. So I said we're going to start with the shields, didn't I? So just going around, attacking the where the sprues joined the model or the part. Okay. It's not too bad actually. Oh, we've got a rough date for having our bathroom done. 2nd week of October, I think he said. Which is cool, fine with us. So after the carnival, we get all that out of the way. Oh, not too bad actually. Not much needed on these. Right, so that's Revel glue is awful. Keeps sticking in the tube. Right. Right, there he is, that one. So I'll pop him over this side now. Okay. This chap. He's got a helmet. But it's not too bad. That's good. This is quite calming. You know, my wife said when she went down to Plymouth, you know, where she was staying, she's not as near the water as we are here. She said, I missed the sound of the seagulls. You get used to it. It's amazing how quick you get used to something. this Tamiya extra thin cement, I would get it again, and I recommend it. I think it's the most successful one I've had in many years. I got 3 more to do, and he knocks the camera. Right. A little bit of a mould line on the right hand side of his skull. I obviously missed that collarbone one on that particular pose. Collarbone blind spot, I don't know. There we are, right. There we go. There's that shield. Don't think there's much difference, if any, in the shields. And I will paint these the old school method also because of nostalgia. You got it. See, these can all be glued on in unison then. Right. The only problem, not problem, but the only issue you could get with this Tamiya extra thin cement is that because it's so thin, it dries super fast. Yeah. Well, actually the shields are different looking at them. Who'd have thought? Right. 2 blobs of Tamiya extra thin cement. There we are. Okay, exciting stuff. We're gonna go on to the right arms then. There we go. Cool. Okay, another bit of coffee. My cat's gone indoors. He's buggered off and left me. Well, how rude is that? Right. So I want to target this bit. The trouble is where they put the connection onto the sprue, right on the elbow. It's a bit annoying. So that one's good now. I see him, he's come back out. Don't know what that was about. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can sort these out before I go to put them on. so I can do them all at once. These brushes are good. Don't know if you can still get them, probably can. What I've got to remember is these are not competition entries. I wonder if they have competitions just for builds, not for that's a bit iffy, that one. Tamiya extra thin cement is called for. I'm going to put this one on. I was going to wait till they're all done. But where I was a bit overzealous on the elbow joint, it's weakened it slightly, so I want to get it on there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so that's one. I'll just try and yeah, I say it's a bit annoying. Where the detritus is. Another aircraft in the sky. I'm not seeing anything. I think it's a helicopter. Right, last one, and then we'll go to put them on. Right. They're actually all different, believe it or not, only ever so slightly. Right, I'll pop the lid on my knife. I don't think I'm going to need that. Okay. I'll just pop in some glue. Popping some glue into the little joins, the areas. Right. So that's that. Okay. Yeah, I don't want them all to be exactly the same. Two more to go, folks. Two more to go. Two more to go. And this will complete the nostalgia trip of my Warhammer Fantasy Skeletons. Awesome, because my other box, which is unopened, is not going to be opened. There. Well, they're all done. As you can see, that's the finished result. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how they are. I love the look of them. Like I say, this is a real nostalgia trip for me, and I look forward to painting these up, and I will be doing it old school dry brush style. And when I say old school, I mean back in the days when I didn't even have inks. To get the burn effect, I had to do dry brushing in order to accomplish it. So that's what I'm going to do with these. When I get the more modern ones out and I start painting them, I'll probably be doing more modern techniques on them, but not these guys. This is just what I want. So that's the Tamiya glue, which I thoroughly recommend to anybody. It's really worth its weight in gold. You get a little brush, it never clogs up, it's brilliant. I used to like Revel glue, but it just clogs up all the time in these tubes here. It's just a pain in the butt, it really is. I think for something like tanks and vehicles, I quite like the Humbrol glues. I don't think I've got any left with that. I'd have to buy some more. But yeah, so there's the tripod I was using. That's the chair the cat was in. There is the cat now. Ha! Yeah, and that's it, the finished product. Thanks ever so much for watching. Until next time, remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.